Representation and the very essence of our democratic process. India, with its diverse population and myriad political landscapes, has faced the challenge of almost continuous elections since its inception as a republic. General elections, state assembly elections, local body elections are happen at various times, often lead to a never-ending cycle of campaigning, policy formulation, and governance. The government sources revealed the 8-member committee led by former President Ramnath Kovind will examine and make recommendations for holding elections to the Lok Sabha, state assemblies, municipalities and panchayats. The proponents of the move say simultaneous polls will reduce expenses associated with holding elections and reduce the amount of development time lost during campaigning. But one argument against simultaneous elections is that they are likely to favor larger parties with a national presence. Parties with more resources can dominate campaigning and push regional parties and local issues to the side. Smaller parties with fewer resources are likely to struggle in such a scenario. A 2015 study by independent think tank IDFC Institute found that between 1999 and 2014, there was 77% chance of winning political party or alliance will win both the assembly and Lok Sabha elections in that state when held simultaneously. If the elections were held 6 months apart, the figure drops to the 61%. From the first elections in 1952 until 1967, elections were held simultaneously across the country. But since the Lok Sabha and assemblies can be dissolved before their tenures end, over time the state and national elections became misaligned. In the early years, the Congress was the dominant party at the centre and in the state. In 1957, Kerala elected the first non-Congress state government when the Communist Party of India came to power. That was the only state in which regional party won more Lok Sabha and Assembly elections than the Congress. Kerala's assembly was also first to be dissolved in 1959 after being placed under President's rule, breaking the synchronized cycle of elections. Fresh elections were held in 1960. In 1965, after government completed its tenure, no party was able to form a government. So, the state was again being placed under President's rule until polls were held simultaneously with the Lok Sabha in 1967. In 1967 Lok Sabha elections, Congress won the majority of seats. It suffered major setbacks in state assembly polls in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Odisha, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Instability of these assemblies led to widespread defection and the dissolution of 8 state governments. When new elections were held in these states, they were no longer aligned with the Lok Sabha polls. Simultaneous elections or not, the ruling party at the centre came to power every year until 1977 when a Janata Party coalition defeated Indira Gandhi's Congress following the end of emergency. Election results for the first 5 Lok Sabha elections after independence show that Congress comfortably won every poll with at least 40% of vote share, despite being challenged by new parties and breakaway factions. Until the post-emergency era, barring a handful of states, the Lok Sabha also won most of the assembly elections. In 1971, polls were no longer aligned with these state polls. Congress won in a landslide and even improved its vote share from 1967. From 1967, further dissolutions, both at the centre and in the state, have resulted in a major election being held almost every few months. However, only 4 states now hold simultaneous elections with the Lok Sabha: Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Odisha and Sikkim. One challenge is need to amend the constitution. The constitution currently requires the Lok Sabha elections to be held every 5 years and the Vidhan Sabha elections to be held every 5 years. In order to hold simultaneous elections, these provisions would need to be amended. And the challenge is the election should be conducted free and fair. Simultaneous elections are very large undertaking and it would be important to ensure that the elections were transparent and impartial manner. Despite those challenges, I believe the benefits of simultaneous elections outweigh the challenges. Let us hope the government takes steps to implement simultaneous elections in India. Thank you.